Today's challenge is simple. We've got 1,500 quid to find the best car for a first-time driver. And this is my car, the Mazda MX-5, a pretty obvious choice for a cheap car challenge. Now, before I tell you about this car, let me introduce you to Tim, who we're going head-to-head with today. What on earth have you bought, and why isn't it an MX-5?
So David, I have bought a BMW 1 Series. Now, it's not a standard 1 Series, it's actually the 123D, which is the pick of the bunch back in 2008.
And how much did you pay for this?
This was 1,500 on the dot.
Okay, now so was this. So we are evenly matched straight off the start line. Horsepower?
200.
126. 0 to 60?
Your favourite number? 6.9?
7.5, so I'm already dropping behind now. Now your car's actually in pretty good condition, pretty good nick. The Mazda, not so much. There is a lot of rust. So weight for me is 1,075 kilos, although that is constantly dropping because I'm sure bits just fall off this car no matter where you take it. It does feel like it's going to fall apart, but we're going to explain a little bit more about that throughout the video. So we are going to be putting these cars to the test, and this is how we're going to keep check of the scores. So the idea behind this video is that the average cost of someone's first year's insurance for a new driver is $1,533. Now, quite frankly, we think that is outrageous. We think that is unfair when there are people 8 times their age who can't see past their bonnet and pay nothing for insurance. So that has formed our budget for this cheap car challenge. So we're both at 1,500 quid. So we get 33 points each. Now, the most important one is insurance. How much for your insurance, Tim?
Bearing in mind, it's a BMW, it's rear-wheel drive, and it's a big-ish engine, 624.
Okay, so that's going to be minus 624. Now, for a brief moment, I'm going to be in the lead because my insurance is 540. But here's the challenge. We had to fix these cars, and there was quite a lot wrong with them. So with that, Tim, what was the fixes on your car?
£120 was all it needed to fix a front drop link and a new tyre.
Not too shabby. Now, slightly different story for the Mazda because that was, wait for it, £795 to fix.
795 quid? What was wrong with it?
Front brakes, absolutely done. Rear brakes, absolutely done. The fan belt had swollen because there was oil leaks which had soaked into the fan belt. Roll bar links, I think that was just all of them. And 4 new tyres as well. Pinch bolt had gone. And this was a really funny story. So the guy phoned me up, he said, I've never ever seen this. Been working on cars for 20, 30 years. He says, I've never seen this before. The steering rack, there is a very important bolt in the steering rack that actually connects the steering wheel and the steering column and, you know, the thing that you actually need to drive the car. He said that bolt, that very important bolt, was 3/4 of the way out. How that's happened, I've got no idea. Thankfully he fixed it, although it would have made for a good video a little bit later on. The other thing is that whoever's put new springs onto this, have you noticed how high the car is riding?
I was going to say it's in 4x4 mode, but yeah. I thought because of the location, it's probably a button you pressed, but it is quite high.
It's definitely, yeah, definitely not a button, definitely not a feature. So that's something else that we need to look at. But this is how we're going to be keeping the scores, and we'll be back to this scoreboard a little bit later in the video.
So the plan of action is to actually drive 150 miles from here in Parton across to Teesside. Now, we're going to be going through some scenic routes such as the Lake District and also the Hardknott Pass, where I think we might just lose the MX-5.
We definitely will.
And if we do stop for whatever reason, we lose 100 points as well.
Okay, so the one thing that I haven't thought through about who I got on as a guest for this challenge is someone who is cooler than me, dresses better than me, better looking than me, and has a better car than me. While I was thinking about the trip, clearly Tim was thinking this was going to be a bit too easy and was already getting bored at the idea.
Okay. Oh my God. Is that necessary? Was that necessary? What was with that launch? You're definitely overcompensating for the size of your car.
Okay then, so I have gone for the Mazda MX-5, which is so overused in these cheap car challenges, it is borderline cliche. But I've got to be honest, it's been a dream of mine to have an MX-5 and to do a road trip like this, so putting the two together feels like a pretty good idea. Okay, so this is the really interesting hill start junction. A look at the state of this. Right, this is going to be really interesting.
I think for this part, David, you want to have the handbrake up and literally rev it to about 4,000 RPM. And when it's clear, just dump the handbrake, mate, and just hope for the best.
Oh, I've spotted a gap. Here we go. Oh, no, I lost it.
I'm staying well clear. Just hold the left foot, pull the left foot up till you can feel the engine's just not really happy. And that's your biting point. It's not rocket science, Dave. Look at that. 1 foot on the clutch, up a hill, bit of revs. There you go, mate. Come on. All right, this is shocking, this road. Can I go? I'm gonna send it after this van. Yep, and we're good to go. Let's go. Just a seasoned pro, what can I say?
That's because you actually have a clutch that works. Mine feels like it's been made from quicksand.
Now, I think that this is quite the steal. Again, 2009, 136,000 miles on the clock. Yeah, I think this could be quite the steal. Bearing in mind, it's got a 2-litre twin turbocharged engine. This is the perfect balance.
Things, however, were a bit different in my car. Okay, so sit rep. Not only have I probably burnt out the clutch, but the other thing that is burning is me. It's absolutely boiling in this thing. And the problem is, obviously, the aircon doesn't work. Or it does, it's either on or it's off. But when it's on, it is on full heat. And this is not good. Now, I didn't plan to actually be taking the roof off this thing, but I might not have any choice soon. Now, let's not forget the aim of this challenge. The plan is to find the best car for someone who has just passed their test, because everybody ends up in a Vauxhall Adam or a Fiat 500, absolutely dire, dreary, horrible cars. And no 17-year-old, 18-year-old or 19-year-old should have to deal with the embarrassment of that. So our video is to find the next best alternative. And let's be fair, a Mazda MX-5, regardless of the year, regardless of the decade, will always look cool.
Hairdresser car. It's definitely a hairdresser car. It's the equivalent for me of an Audi TT. Looks okay, but you wouldn't want to rock up to a club or anything in that. Not that you would in this.
And after just 4 miles of driving, I was starting to realise Tim might have a point. Not only did it cost a fortune to fix everything that was wrong with it, it doesn't feel like as nice a drive as I thought that it would. Now, the past couple of years I've been driving automatics, and it's nice to get back to something a bit more mechanical, but actually that is the problem. Normally with driving, you want to be, at one with the machine. This very much feels like I'm working against it at the moment. The accelerator, well, that feels like that's either on or off, so an issue with the linkage or something there. The brakes drags the car to the left, and then the clutch feels like it's walking through wet cement. The other problem with this car is the vibration. The whole car is rattling, and I can see that camera shaking like crazy. That is the whole car that is doing that. Oh, and the other thing, check engine light. That's on. Now, why did I choose the Mazda? Well, it's been a dream of mine to actually own an MX-5 for quite some time. And it's been a dream to do a bit of a road trip like this as well. So putting the two together, obviously, felt like it made a lot of sense. Now, I know that MX-5s have been so overdone that it's borderline cliche, and that this car very much screams midlife crisis. And to be honest with you, it smells of it too.
Yeah, sorry Dave, anything but that. Even the headlights, we need to touch on the headlights. You can't even see the head. Oh my God. It's a nice little car, but not for me. This is where it's at.
Now, overall, Tim is in the better car, although I won't admit that to his face. He's gone with a BMW, you can't go wrong. Once again, my car rattling the camera off of the windscreen here. But here's the thing, I'm also producing this episode, so I've kind of written some challenges that hopefully should favour the Mazda, because I am incredibly competitive and I would like to win, but it's going to be a bit tricky, I think.
Every now and then I fall apart, and I need you, and I need you more than ever. And if you only hold me tight, forever.
As we got to know our cars a little bit better, we soon began to realise just how much they might struggle at Hardknott Pass, as the infamous route grew nearer.
Now, the Hardknott Pass, I'm not really sure why David has decided to add this route. Probably because he thinks I'm going to send it off the edge, because again, more horsepower. But talking of edges, they actually say you can't drive a rented van or any rented car on the Hardknott Pass. That tells you everything you need to know about the type of road it is. I am a bit worried because from what I can see, 30% of David's car has fallen off since we've left. Oh God, here we go. Here we go. I am not going into that one. You know what? Maybe I don't dodge a pothole.
I'm glad I saw you avoid that pothole, Tim, because if I'd gone over that, that might have been the end of the MX-5 right there.
I just said that on camera. You're a very lucky man that I'm a good person, because technically I could probably go through about 4 potholes before my dampers pop out. You probably could just about go through 1.
And he's not wrong there either. Now, arguably, Tim does have the better car, and I will gladly say he probably has the better car of the two. The difference being, though, is I think I've managed to capture the essence of this challenge, which is to find the most fun car that you could have with 1,500 quid if you weren't being ripped off by insurers as a first-year driver. If you had a spare 1,500 quid that you weren't sending to an insurance company, this is what you would want to buy. This is what you would want. Except for all the rattling, you wouldn't want that. If you could get a Mazda MX-5 for 1,500 quid that doesn't rattle your teeth out of your head, then I would go for that one. And don't be fooled into thinking that this is going to be an easy challenge, or that we are by any means safe, or that we are easily able to fix the cars ourselves should anything go wrong. If we break down, certainly nothing that I can do to fix the car. I have zero mechanical knowledge. Tim, he's pretty clued up, but we have zero tools and zero spare parts. We've got a foot pump, and that is about it. And then in terms of actually getting the cars recovered, well, there's no signal here. We have zero service on our mobile phones. So even if we can get to a point with some signal to call a recovery truck, would you actually want to see your car on the back of a flatbed trying to navigate these roads? I don't think so. I think you would leave your car and never speak of the moment again. As we approached the base of Hardknott Pass, clearly our cars, or let's be honest, my car, was feeling the pressure and already produced our first issue of the day. Sorry.
Hazards.
Smoke, I've got smoke coming out my car.
Yeah, you've got liquid dripping out of your car, mate, I think. I'm coming over. Yep, yeah, turn it off.
My car had started overheating, and in all my mechanical car knowledge and wisdom, offered up the first diagnosis. Not very good, eh? Okay, so, sit rep.
Coolant.
The engine itself hasn't actually overheated, but the coolant is now making its way down to the very first yard of Hardknott Pass at the bottom of that hill. And I thought that it was warm in the car. This is probably why, to be fair, I have been complaining about heat permanently in the car. And this would probably explain why.
Well, we did call it. We did say that it wasn't going to rain.
Yeah. Yeah, I said I think that we would lose it. I actually genuinely thought we would lose it in a pothole and the arse end of the car, the back end of the car,
Yes.
just dropping to the floor. And it's actually Japanese engineering has actually let us down, which doesn't happen very often. Our first diagnosis was a hole in the radiator, but with no workshops around, we had to start getting creative for a quick fix.
Option 2, you throw an egg in it.
Got any eggs?
This would be a
There's
very
farm-
good area
there's
to
a
find.
fa-
I can
There's
see
a
a
farm
sheep.
down the road.
I can't see a chicken. But an egg also has the same sort of goo. I have heard it works.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
But yeah,
Disaster.
it's not looking good, Rev. It's not looking good, Rev.
Definitely not.
Oh, mate.
A closer look confirmed it actually wasn't the radiator, but instead just a broken seal on the coolant fluid cap, which didn't leave us with many options, and the one it left us with wasn't great. Oh, I mean, there's no other option.
I think we
The
send
only
it, mate.
option is to send it and hope that it will get to the top and then just coast it back down.
Oh gosh, you can't write this up.
You can't write it, but I'll be honest, in my script I almost did.
Oh, I think I've
Oh,
seen...
it's just an MX-5. Yes! Yes!
That
It
is an
is.
MX-5.
It is.
This is not
Get
an
in.
MX-5.
Can we swap?
They laughed like, haha, like, hell no, fool. Yeah, that was the rich laugh, yeah. No. Oh, mate.
Tremendous. And you can win this car on a raffle. I'm not going to be arsed if it blows up because I've genuinely hated every mile so far of driving it, to be honest.
Yep.
And I was about to hate every mile even more because soon we both came to the same realization. To prevent this car from overheating further, I needed to take out as much heat from the engine as I could, which meant driving the car with the heaters on.
So it might get a
And
bit
it's
sweaty
hot
in
enough
there.
in there already. Yeah, okay. Aircon on a hill climb, 400 meters, in a car that's overheating. What can possibly go wrong? The Richard Hammond voiceover, what could possibly go wrong?
It's a hot mess,
We're
mate.
about to find out. So I'm gonna have to, it's a hot mess. So I'm gonna have to launch it up and basically ditch everybody. I cannot stop. So if Tim breaks down, I can't return him the favour and help. I'm en route. I cannot stop.
I'll be fine, mate. Do you know what the B stands for in BMW? Bulletproof. Mic drop. So good luck, David. We love you, David. We love you, mate. But I've won. It's very obvious. I have won this thing all day, every day.
As we got ready to start the ascent up Hardknott Pass, temperatures were already running high. Not just in the Mazda, but with me. Yeah, so I'm gonna run the car up now.
Oh, let's get that AC going.
Fucking left the key in the fucking boot, man. Jesus Christ.
Oh, lovely. Lovely.
Right, go.
Why is it filming in fucking 30, man? Oh, it's fucking crashed. I'm fucking trying to do too much here. Fucking, come here, you cunt. That's been filming in 30 the whole fucking time. What the fuck, man? Here is to hoping that we are all good, right? These windows are going to have to go up. Right, drone's recording. You're on me. That camera's on me. Jono, you're going to hate this, but this heater's going to have to go on here.
Okay. Okay. Good luck, David. All the best, son.
Now, this is not just a popular road in the Lake District. This is a popular road across all of the UK. One of the most challenging roads in the country. And I think we can see why. Right, this is not very nice at all. Oh God, look at this. We're gonna struggle. We're definitely not even gonna get out of first gear at all on this. Oh God, the hot air that is blowing into my face right now is absolutely grim. We just try and need to keep the car cool. Can't even get it up into second gear. On this slight incline, it feels like you're losing power, but it's just the car being deceived as to the constant climb that it is having to do. All I can do now is actually ditch the rest of the crew and just send the car up. It's so hot in this car. Jesus.
I must confess, I have air conditioning, comfortable seats, and a clutch that works.
Right, temperature gauge is looking okay at the minute. My temperature gauge, however, is boiling.
I shouldn't laugh, but it is quite funny.
Right, we're starting to get up pretty high now.
As my father always said, young son, you make your bed, you must lay in it.
Sides, trying not to hit the rocks. I have to take the windows down. The aircon now, the heat coming off this is literally actually burning my hands.
The fact that you've got the aircon on is helping it, the heater on is helping it, but that means your engine's very close, mate.
Now, this is one of the things where you would be quietly confident that this car should do it, that any car could do this. It is a UK road, which you would like to think is not made for only Range Rovers, although they would break down more than this has. These hairpins are the challenge now. Oh, there's a pothole. Oh.
Have mercy on my soul.
All good, right, I've got past that white car there. Traffic is half the battle.
Is there any space?
He's gonna wait there for you by the looks of things. He's waiting for you to go, so you go, 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 go. Oh, now he's decided to come down, he's sick of waiting. Right, we're heading up now, where unfortunately we have to just ditch the crew. I'm hoping that these cameras are still rolling with me. We need to keep this car moving. They've encountered traffic up on the hill. They're now reversing back down. I just can't hang about. And let me tell you, if this car doesn't overheat, I am going to. I'm trying not to drink water so that we can save it for the car.
This was not a fun idea at all. Oh my God, I might have to take the traction control off this thing.
Red Toyota coming down. A feather would be enough to accelerate this car, but actually on the way up here, even on the flat roads, I seem to have lost that, and the throttle pedal does seem to be feeling a little bit strange. I'm getting a little bit of a buzz through the pedal, which is not good.
136,000 miles, and it's just riding these roads like a champ. Clutch is just sweet.
I am sweating now. This way you have to be really careful. It is a bit lethal. I actually can't see over my bonnet on the way up over them crests.
Oh.
Now, at the time of filming, the producer side of my brain wasn't sure if the footage we were capturing actually showed just how torturous my journey was. Luckily though, the camera started to do that for me as they literally melted inside the car with the heat.
This fucking Osmo's stopped in here because it's probably overheating as well, I think, now. Look at this for a view though, unbelievable. That for a view is absolutely insane. These roads also insane. We're now on blind corners now. You can see why just as many people actually have accidents going downhill as they do coming up, especially if they have any vehicle failures.
David is on something else, man. I'm the sort of person that would suggest this, because I'd want to ruin his car. This is definitely him throwing himself under the bus.
This way you don't want to lose brakes. Oh, the rattle, the rattle. We've done it. We've managed to keep the temperatures low by having the heaters on, but I got horrifically sunburnt yesterday, which is why my face is bright red. I suspect it's even worse with this heat in here now. My eyes are actually stinging. The heat is unbearable now.
After a full hour of torture, we finally made it down Hardknott Pass. And the views, well, they were absolutely worth the risk.
Right, now as stressful as that was, in fairness, the views on the other side, you probably have to say, are all right.
Oh, definitely, mate. I've got to give it to you. When it comes to location, 3 ticks, mate. When it comes to the car department, sketchy.
Actually, Tim, one question I never asked you, considering this is trying to find the best first car. What actually was your first car?
My first car was actually an Audi TT.
Serious?
Yes. However, if you're talking about the first car I ever drove, then it would be my friend's mum's Volkswagen Polo, which we wrote off driving into the back of a van.
Well, please don't write that car off by driving into the back of the crew van.
Mate, you can talk about write-offs, mate. Your car's leaking as we drive.
To be fair, for the amount of rust on this car, the car itself should come with a tetanus jab. So if the water's passing through any of the metal, God knows what state it's in. Now, if the slight overheating issue wasn't enough, if having to have the aircon blowing boiling hot air through the radiator wasn't enough, if the clutch that feels like an actual bag of spanners wasn't enough, not being able to have the roof down and be actually cool wasn't enough, the rattle of that camera is absolutely doing my head in. The whole car is rattling, my head is rattling, and that camera is doing an even better job of annoying me than everything else about this car. Now that is a pretty nice view.
Are you talking about the back of the Beamer? Yeah, it's not bad, mate.
Literally all the footage on this camera, I don't think you're actually going to be able to see anything. The shake is so bad. There's no amount of stabilization sorting this one out in post.
I'm not sure if I've got an issue with my car, but it keeps like cutting power.
Oh, well, that sounds good.
I honestly think it's the roads though, so I'm taking traction control off, so if the car slides, you know why.
You mean if I say you do a 180 and you start driving towards me, I know that it's gone wrong?
They call me Drift King down south.
As we headed around the Lake District, still scarred from the journey of Hardknott Pass, I managed to pull over, change my shorts, which thanks to the heat in the car were now wetter than Lake Windermere itself, and I stopped caring about the filming and the cameras, took the roof off the Mazda, and that made the drive a bit more bearable.
Right, all of a sudden with the roof off, this has actually become a bit of a nicer drive. Nothing to do with the car itself, only because it is a little tiny bit cooler. I've still got 1 million degree heat being blasted into my face, but at least we've got the open top. This is what this car was made for. Sort of.
Thankfully, the next 85 miles were nowhere near as eventful as Hardknott Pass, and it wasn't long before we reached the east coast of the country and pulled up at Redcar Beach.
Mate, oh, we've done it.
So, this is the famous Teesside. Not bad.
Infamous T-side, I would probably say.
Not bad at all. And actually, it's not as bad as you were because you actually had to stop to change because your nuts were soaked with no AC and no cooling.
Literally, yeah. But 150 miles in 2 cheap cars.
Made it.
We've done it.
We've done it.
There is just one problem though. Because we're on YouTube, we've obviously got some hate in the comments. And that's actually our one viewer who's commented and said, just another YouTube channel trying to rip off Top Gear with a cheap car challenge. What's next? Are they going to go visit a track and see who can set the fastest lap? Actually, that's not too bad an idea.
Welcome then to Teesside Autodrome, a track that holds many personalities, all just as cruel as the next. When this track is not challenging some of the best karting champions of the world, it's home to mini bikes, mopeds, moto endurance, and even UK drifting championships. Hosting endless variations of tight, twisting technical turns that put the best drivers to the test, this was sure to be a challenge for our comparatively big and bulky road-going cars. Our first challenge was a classic acceleration and braking test, seeing which car could go from 0 to 60 and back down to 0 in the shortest time.
I think I should have you in a 0 to 60, but what do you think about the braking?
So the 0 to 60, the BMW is going to have this, but I'm relying on the Mazda to claw it back on the 60 to 0. A little bit lighter. The brakes aren't that great. I'm relying on the weight. Right, Tim, are we ready?
Yes, mate, and just letting you know, I tend to do quite a few launches and I normally beat the manufacturer's time, just saying.
The guy is confident. All right, I'll give you a 3, 2, 1, go, okay?
Ready when you are.
All right, bearing in mind this is going to set the benchmark that the Mazda has to beat, so I hope he's going to give us a chance. 3, 2, 1, go! You can hear the distant wheel spin. Oh, wheel spin in second as well.
Come on, boy. Yeah, buddy.
Now, I don't know if that's impressive or not, but that is the benchmark for the Mazda. Your 0 to 60 time?
0 to 60 in 7.84.
0 to 60 to 0?
11.48. So around 4 seconds it took me to slow down, or just under.
The entire time it took you to do 0 to 60 to 0, I think it's going to take that time for the Mazda to get up to 60.
Good luck, mate. You're going to need it. Okay, in 3, in 2, and in 1, off you go. Is he moving yet? Oh, he is, he is. Third gear!
That was awful!
Mate, when you shifted into 3rd gear, I was like, he needs to go into 4th next.
That took a very long time. Do you want to have a guess at what my 0 to 60 time was?
I'd probably say...
I don't know, 2 to 3 business days, if not 11 seconds.
You were closer with the 2 to 3 business days. 14.95.
Mate, there's something wrong with that car. 14 seconds. That was very bad. Double digits. Nah. Double digits, really?
I think you won that one though.
Double digits, mate. Surely. That's not a thing.
I think I've lost first. Oh no, I found first gear again.
Double digits.
Yeah.
Are you... Did you take off in first?
I think I took off in 5th. So slow I was almost going backwards.
It happens.
Well, you've definitely won that one. We'll see what we do next.
Now, with the Mazda clearly not winning the acceleration test, up next was a handling challenge, and I was feeling pretty confident. This was a basic slalom test, but my way of scoring was deliberately not so simple.
So, ready?
I was born ready.
Right, everyone's rolling. 3, 2, 1, go!
Yep, that's one.
That was a hit. We saw that. That was a hit. Oh, he's gone for the 180. That's clever. Left yourself tight there.
Oh my God, triceps. Let's go.
I was really hoping he was going to make contact with that one, right? And across the line. Woo!
Smoked it.
21.91. But we've got no reference whether that's actually any good until we put the Mazda on. So I've got 21.91 to beat. Fingers crossed we can do it.
21 seconds to go, mate. Good luck.
Right, okay, Tim, so can we have a reminder on the rules? So 10 points, minus 10 points for every slalom that you hit or miss, and 25 points for every second that you are quicker than the other person. We agree on that?
All day, mate. All day.
Ready when you are, count me down.
3, 2, 1, and off you go. He ain't beating this. It's not happening. Oh, mate. Oh. Oh, let's see the turn. Oh, see, he's got, oh, where's he got? He's missed it. Hey, what's going on here? Hold on a minute, what's going on here, mate?
I may have cheated, but I will take the penalty points.
I may have cheated isn't how we do things here, mate. Is this a northern thing? We don't. Where's he going? Where's he going now? He's gonna do it again, I assume.
That was the equivalent of the Max Verstappen, take the 10-second penalty in the race, worry about it later.
That doesn't count. It does. 13.92. 13.92.
I'll take that. So I am 6 seconds quicker than you, which means 25 points for every second. If I could do the maths, I think that works out at 150.
Correct.
Did I hit any of the slaloms? I might have done.
You didn't. That's fine. Live by the sword and die by the sword.
That'll do me.
So, he wants to play dirty. I've got him.
So, challenge is done. The most important one lies ahead. See who can do the fastest lap. Predictions?
Personally, in a straight line, BMW should always win, but the weight and the fact that it also is a diesel, I think you're gonna be pipping me on this one. Maybe anything can happen.
I'm quietly confident with the Mazda, only because we've got the slightly lighter weight and we do have a lot of corners in this track. It is a go-kart track as well. But I'm only hoping that my many hours of Gran Turismo sim racing will pay off at this point. They've got to have accounted for something, but you have done track days.
Track days, yes, but go-karting, no. And this is a go-karting track, as you said, so quietly confident, but at the same time, lightweight tends to win. It's a karting track.
Money is on the Mazda.
First up was the Mazda, and off I went for my flying lap.
I think I've got this in the bag. Hurry up, mate.
Oh, the car goes like, oh, I've gone wide, I've gone off. Yes!
Oh yeah, he's not got any puff. He's run out of puff.
I'm starting to feel sick. Let's have it. It is so hot in here. I think I might actually pass out. Cross the line.
Across the line. I'm curious to see what time he gets. Let's see.
Oh my God, that was a lot of fun.
Next up, Tim set off in the heavier but way more powerful BMW.
Let's have it! Let's have it!
Right, here we go. He's pushing it.
Whoa, and we're off! Commit, son! Give us some commitment!
He's sending it in. He can actually ride over the curbs.
Oh, yes! Twin turbo, baby! Oh, I love it! I love it!
I felt like I wanted to step back there.
Across the line! Nice!
Okay, so we've had the cars out on track all day, we've put them through their paces, and now it's time to find out how they've done on what will be, for me, the whiteboard of doom. Now, Tim, we're going to run this back to the Coast to Coast challenge. First of all, I don't think I remember you breaking down.
B in BMW stands for, say it together, bulletproof.
I couldn't remember what the word was. I didn't think it was bulletproof. Right. For me, however, obviously I did break down. We did manage to get it fixed, but minus 100 for me. And then in doing the Coast to Coast challenge, we wanted to see how economical the cars were. Now, for me to fill up was £56. So that's going to be minus 56. And then Tim, for you to fill up Coast to Coast,
40 quid. It's a diesel after all, so.
I do actually genuinely love a diesel car. Okay, now the fun stuff. 0 to 60 to 0. Now, Tim, you did 0 to 60 in 7.84, and your 0 to 60 to 0 was 11.48. Now, bearing in mind the Mazda took an extra 400 yards, do you think I won or not?
Probably not. Although it's lighter, it just isn't a great car.
Brutal. Okay, so my 0 to 60 took the same amount of time as it did for Tim to actually get to 0 to 60 and stop. At that point, I was still getting up to speed. 11.4 was my 0 to 60. 14.95 it took me to get back down to 0. So we're going to do minus 10 points for every second longer that it took. Tim, you're going to be on 0, and I will be on minus 30. Then the next test was, of course, handling. And some have said that I've cheated. I beg to differ.
That was pure cheating. The track was set out and you didn't do it. Doesn't work.
I call it getting the Max Verstappen penalty in the race and then being quick enough to not worry about it later. Now, a normal Max Verstappen penalty in a race should be probably a lifetime ban in some cases. For me, it was only going to be minus 10 for every slalom or obstacle that we missed or that we hit. I was very clever when I put these rules together. 25 points, however, for every second quicker that you were. I was 6 seconds quicker. I will have, please, 150 points.
Now, if you, our one viewer, are eagle-eyed enough to notice, I miscalculated this number in my head. And it should have been 150 points for being quicker, but minus 40 points for the slaloms that I didn't complete. So that should be 110 points in total. Let's be honest though, it's going to make absolutely no difference to the outcome of this video because the Mazda does not have a hope in hell of winning.
60. Stop cheating.
Me.
And then for you, you did very briefly clip one of the obstacles, minus 10 on yours. Now this was me trying to be really clever on writing the rules so that I could get myself back in the game knowing that I had such a huge repair bill, but I don't think it's going to make much of a dint. And the final thing was lap times. Tim, do you want to know what your lap time was?
Go ahead.
23, well not a 23, a 123.94.
That's how it's done, mate. That's how we do it, mate.
And you're looking smug because you know my lap time, which was?
A 128.94.
There's a reason you were looking smug. So you get an extra 10 points for every second quicker you were to the other person. Mine is going to be a big fat 0, and you're going to get 50 points. Okay, so I think it's fairly obvious that Tim's probably just edged this one. Do you want to first of all have a guess what my total score was?
Negative.
It is negative.
1,300.
Not too far off. It's even worse though. Minus 1,328. Okay, and then Tim, for your total score, you'll not be surprised to know you have won. You're at minus, still a minus, but 711. Meaning your car is not too far off being, I think, twice better than the Mazda.
What can I say? Justice.
I think we can both agree though that the Mazda is maybe a little bit more fun.
Fun, meaning smelling of coolant by the time you get home? Yes. But when it comes to it, BMW is bulletproof, my friend. Bulletproof.
There we go. So Tim has absolutely won. The answer to the question between an MX-5 and an old BMW 1 Series it seems you have to go for the MX-5. Tim, you have won. Pizza Hut is on me. There we go.